Boom. Y'all know what today is. I'm jumping straight into it, right? Ernest Badu for Monday. Probably the only name I know. And when I'm looking at these earnings, I'm just naming the names that I know. That just for future references. But anyway, Badu Monday, Tuesday, Home Depot, VRT is on my watch list. We have Kava, Toll Brothers, Robin, Red Robin. That's interesting. I never even knew the IPO. That's a very interesting eight. This 8x8. We have on Wednesday Target, Lowe's, ARCO. I want to say I seen it before. Hasbro's. I thought about start collecting WWE action figures. I always like play with them as a kid, and I seen them like one time when I was in Walmart, and then I was like, I remember watching those videos. Like, I need to start like probably collecting them in the near future. Definitely probably would. And I'm gonna watch like the older shows. But anyway, I had just got off topic. TJ Maxx. We have NVIDIA. NVIDIA. The biggest name in the entire market, the number one company in the entire world, reports earnings on Wednesday after the close, and we shall see how they do. I don't know. My prediction, if somebody were to ask me my prediction on the video, yes, I would say they will beat the earnings, but it'll probably be like some bull job to where like they're like not, they'll miss on something small, like or whatever the little BS they be having, like I don't know. But if they don't report good earnings and it tumbles, OMG. Yeah. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. Yeah. What else do we have? Urban Outfitters. Let's see. NIO, that looks familiar. Walmart, John Deere, Advanced Auto Parts. Don't even use it. I don't use Advanced Auto Parts. I never really do. I definitely will use Advanced Auto Parts. What is it called? O'Reilly's. My fault. Ralph Lauren reports. Interesting. We have Deck, Webull, Zoom, Workday, Take Two Interactive. I would definitely be watching for Take Two Interactive because I do kind of want to get Phil long, like have a little swing on them because GTA is gonna drop, and just as an investor, like come on now, the game is gonna do numbers, and for that quarter that it's gonna drop, I'm gonna do my research. For that quarter it's gonna drop, it's definitely gonna have some type of some crazy uprise for Take Two Interactive. Copart reports. Interesting. I could tell a story about Copart maybe another time. Ross reports. We have BJ. So a lot of we have some retail names report, but the biggest of them all is in the video. And yeah, news, no crazy news. FOMC at 2 p.m. And that's before in the video earnings. And then we have Thursday. Nothing crazy at all. So no real news this week. Not even gonna lie. This is just they're gonna talk about what happened, like what the time they talked about the interest rate. So what was that, like 2 to 3 weeks ago? I want to say like 3 weeks ago. And yeah, S&P Global Manufacturing PMI. And yeah, Global Services PMI. So nothing outrageous. Nothing outrageous. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. So this is gonna be a very good week. Now let's talk about the charts, right? I'm gonna try to smooth through this, not run through it. I'm gonna try to flow through this at a fast pace. SPY. I don't even know. It's like it don't even start. It don't, like when I'm looking at it normally, but when I start recording, I always look at this dip. It's like I always look at this dip and feel like a complete person that has to get better because I have to. I seen this dip. I didn't know why I didn't try to DCA dollar cost average or nothing, but trust me, that will never happen again. I can bet you my last penny. Not gonna lie. Trust me. But SPY is up right now. It's past the target. I literally have a video. It's called SPY 740 then drop. You can literally go look it up. But I'm expecting SPY to do some type of reversal. Weekly candle, it went up. You see this week, it went up. Sellers brought it down on Friday, and I feel as if SPY can pull back to the next level I have is 736. I don't have any other levels marked out. I can have this one marked up. 732. Pull up cheat sheet right fast. 732. What else can we have besides 732? We can have 727. Then 687. If SPY pulled back to 687, which is like right around here. Oh, it's below there. God darn. Hold on. 687. Hold on. 687 is crazy. But if SPY does pull back there, if I don't get filled, I'm gonna just end the whole trading career. But nah, for real though, right? SPY pull back. Shoot, if anything, I want SPY to pull back to 724. This is kind of like a freestyle. This is only a 3% drop. I would love for SPY to pull back to 725. That'll be nice. That'll be real nice. We see wicks up here, reaction at this level, and no retest at this level yet. But we have to see how 736 hold. If 736 flush, then I can say 724. We'll put it like that. Again, RSI. Let me go to RSI off the daily. RSI off the daily oversold. And yeah, let's look at the volume. Daily volume. We have some decent green and a big, not crazy, but a nice red volume candle. Nice red volume. Weekly we had no crazy move on the weekly. No crazy move on the weekly. I want to come down to the volume. Tech, QQQ. I didn't do a price target for QQQ. I definitely can map it out. I'm gonna do it later. I gotta flow through this. Not gonna lie. SPY went up to QQQ went up to 721, and now it's at 708. Look at the RSI. Overbought. Just here. Overbought. Ooh. I'm looking like I just started looking from right here. Every time it was overbought, it pulled back a little bit. Every time it was overbought, it pulled back. Ooh. That's kind of crazy. I'm looking from 23. Every time it was overbought, not saying what was this at? It was above. It's above here. Wow. So I'm definitely expecting a pullback. I almost want to short QQQ. I almost want to short tech. Almost like this is it's not a parabolic, but definitely uptrend, definitely a bull uptrend. Not gonna lie, but tech like what Cunningham just told me. Tech will show his hand before the whole market, like because tech is like the leading. Tech leads the market if that makes sense. I want to say 18% is tech when it comes down to the whole 500 companies on the S&P. So that's a nice portion. It has to be the biggest, right? It has to be the biggest, like percentage wise, when it comes down to sectors. But this is very interesting. I want to. If 701 doesn't hold, my next level is 675, and I'm looking like we can go 675 or we can go 690. Go 690. I mean, it's only what 2 reactions off that level. But if we come down to 675, we have more reactions off that level. just up in here. 696. I can do a zone. I can do something like this. 697 and 691. So I'm watching out for these levels. I'm gonna just go ahead and plot these levels because I'm looking at it now. I'm gonna go ahead and plot these levels. I'm gonna go ahead and plot these levels. I want to see if they hold. So I'm gonna do it like this. I'm gonna do it just like this on the fly. Not gonna lie. But those are my levels on Qs. Let's see if 701 holds. If it doesn't, I believe it's gonna flush. I believe it's gonna flush. I mean, we are above the 8. We haven't dropped below the 8 since I don't know when. Since the last time, since right around here. Since right around here. Since it was above. Dang. And then 675 is right towards it's $5 away, but is right towards the 21 SMA. 21, my fault. 21 EMA. 21 EMA. So let's see. This is interesting. This is very interesting. I just peeped this. Like every time it was overbought on the RSI, it had a nice pullback. It was crazy overbought. What 2017, 2017, 2019. We was overbought right here and dropped. What was this? October overbought all this chop up here and then drop. It didn't go any higher. Was in a consolidation for months, almost a year and a half, almost 6 months. So yeah, let me. I'm sorry, I just had to get that out. But yeah, ExxonMobil. ExxonMobil is my next stock. The ticker that I'm looking at weekly. Pull up RSI, don't look that bad. It's not a double bottom on the RSI, but on a chart it definitely is. We can see some type of move higher. Weekly, I see this level. I can go to the daily. I see right around here this level. What is this? 142. I see 142 holding, and I see it's above this right here. It's like this neckline. So definitely we'll see how this comes when it comes to the opening on tomorrow. Probably the close, like towards the close. But I want to see if these levels hold that I have. And what is this? 153? 153 is a nice level on this chart. On this, yeah, I'm looking at it. It's a nice level. A lot of reaction off that level. Yeah. I want to see price hold above 156. That's the level I want to see price hold above 156, and we can see 162 and even higher. We see 162. We can just see a break and retest. I'll probably play this with a break and retest. I'll probably play break and retest and go higher for sure. Because we definitely had a nice green day. Look at the volume. We had a nice green day on Friday. And yeah. Break and retest. Let's see if we can hold that level. 156. That's what I have. GDX. These are just technical things that I have been looking at. Not gonna lie. GDX bounced off support with its trend line a few times. One, you can squeeze this in there, but I'm gonna just say 2 and 3, right? I'm gonna say 2 and I'm gonna say 3 times. I want to see GDX. Mind you, this tracks the minerals like gold. This track a lot of gold producers when it comes down to the people who make gold, like mining, all the other crazy good stuff, right? But the chart is the money. Yes, look, definitely a downtrend. We definitely can spot a downtrend. We can do something like this, boom. But this trend line is holding. 1 tap, 2 tap, 3 tap, just in the past, past 2.5 months. So really 2 months. So it's something I will be looking at. We do have volume that's to the downside, good volume to the downside. Or what is the RSI speaking? RSI, I mean, is holding, definitely holding like around 45 on the RSI. But I believe we can go higher if this trend line holds. If this trend line breaks and flush, we can short it. Definitely can short it. If it breaks and retests and flush, crazy. We can short it. You know, break something like that. H pattern, fill right here, stops up here somewhere, right? Or possibly up here. So this is something that I'm looking for, definitely. And yeah, GDX. Lastly, I'm trying to remember because I didn't even write it down. GDX. What was the last? I don't cut none of my videos. I don't edit none of my videos. So we're gonna see. Team. Team. I could have looked to my right and seen team. But team also is a very nice moving up. We can catch at the bottom for long term because this does have it definitely has good potential growth. Like they're not so profitable, yes, but they do have a good price target of 126. They have a price target of 126. They are expected to grow in the next 5 years 26%, which is amazing. And it's something to hold. It's something to hold. Let me do some calculation right fast. So they're expected to grow at least 5% 2 years. And every year, my fault. Every year they're expected to grow at least 5%. So I'm definitely that's just the fundamental side, but technical side, we gapped up, right? We kind of tapped into the gap, kind of. So I would definitely have to see if what this level what this level does. 82. I'm sorry, 82. I have to see what 82 does. But I'm thinking to long it, thinking to long it above 95. We can see 116. That's my next level. You see it right here. Yeah, that's my take on team. And what else can I have? What else can I put? Nothing. Nothing. They're growing. Trailing 12 month. What is this? Sales. They're growing. Shares definitely growing. And yeah, performance, 10-year performance, they up, they down a bit. Cool. Buy them at the dip. Buy them when they low. But I will be back here when I be back here. Straight like that. Glee.